Hi guys. This episode is about flagging. First, we will define what flagging is. Next, we will categorize the different types of flagging techniques. And finally, we will discuss what is the best situation or scenario for each kind of flagging technique. So what's up guys? If you are new to this channel, I am AE and I make different videos about wall climbing, ranging from climbing tips, climbing challenges, and stories of different climbers. I would appreciate if you'd like this video and subscribe to this channel for more climbing content. Okay, so let's go! Before we start, just a disclaimer, I am not a climbing coach. I am just sharing based on my personal experience and some research which I did. Okay, so we first define what flagging is. There are many definitions available, but to put it simply, flagging is a technique used to balance yourself on the climbing wall by using your free leg and your leg of support. So usually, you apply flagging when you only step on one foothold. Just as I mentioned, flagging has two elements. You have your leg of support. This is the leg which is placed on the foothold, and your free leg or the flagging leg. So madali lang tandaan, no? You have your leg of support, ito yung nakatapak sa foothold, and then meron kang free leg, ito yung gagamitin mo na pang flag. So just a short backstory about flagging. I remember when I was new to rock climbing, my feet were always close to each other whenever I was on the climbing wall. And I had this mentality that both of my feet always needed to step on something to keep myself balanced. So I was on panic mode every time I only stepped on one foothold because I was thinking that I would fall. For beginners who have that same mentality of both feet having to step on footholds, I have to break this mindset to you guys. There are situations when it is best if you only step on one foothold and use your other leg to flag. Okay, so back then I was not yet aware of flagging. So in this next part, we will discuss the different kinds of flagging techniques. So we have the normal flag and the reverse flag. So for the reverse flag, we can categorize it further into the back flag and inside flag. Let's discuss them one by one. Okay. So first, we have the normal flag. For the normal flag, the flagging leg moves away from the leg of support. As you can see in my video, the leg of support in this case is my right leg, and my flagging leg is my left leg. Okay, so here's another example wherein my leg of support this time is my left leg and my flagging leg is my right leg. So this is a normal flag. Okay. So for the reverse flag, it is different from the normal flag because your flagging leg intersects with the leg of support. So in this case, my leg of support is my right leg and my flagging leg is my left leg. So as I mentioned earlier, we have two types of reverse flag. The first is the back flag, which you see in the video right now. So for the back flag, the flagging leg intersects behind the leg of support. So here, my left leg is placed behind my right leg. Okay, so this is an example of an inside flag. For the inside flag, the flagging leg intersects in front of the leg of support. My left leg is placed in front of my right leg. Okay, so for this next part, we are going to check what are the best situations or scenarios for each flagging technique that we discussed earlier. When is it best to use the normal flag, the back flag, and the inside flag? You have a lot of factors to consider before using the flagging technique of your choice. Some of these factors include your initial position or your hand and foot placement, your body tension level, the type and orientation of climbing holds, and which hand will grab the next hold. So I will demonstrate these factors using some problems in my home wall. Okay, so first we check the normal flag. Now, for the normal flag, usually it is executed when your initial position involves tension on the opposite hand and foot placement. Now, I made a video about the opposite hand and foot placement. You may check it out in my description. So in this video, you could see that in my initial position, both of my hands are placed in this sloper and I am only stepping on one foothold with my left leg. So my next move is go into this pocket using my left hand. So for that, I need to place tension on my right hand and my left foot. before I reach this next hold, I have to flag my right leg. So this is another advice for the normal flag. The flagging leg and the reaching arm are opposite sides. And I have to flag my leg first before reaching the next hold. So in this sequence, I flagged my right foot before I reached for this hold. Okay. So for the next sequence, we apply the same rule. As you can see, my initial position here, I have tension placed on my left hand and my right leg before I release my right hand going to this hold. And before I reach for this hold with my right hand, I first flag my left leg. I flagged with my left leg and I reach with my right hand. Okay, so it's always opposite. Okay. And then for the final sequence, it's the same as earlier. I place tension on my right hand and my left foot. And similarly, before reaching this last hold with my left hand, I flag my right foot first. Okay? So again, opposite flag and reach. Flag right, reach with your left. So for the reverse flag, unlike the normal flag, the initial position involves tension with your hand and foot on the same side. And the reverse flag also acts as a counterbalance, as you can see. Okay, so in this video, my initial position here is that I put tension on my right hand and my right leg before matching this hold. Since I put tension on the hand and foot of the same side of my body, to prevent the barn door, I use a back flag to act as a counterbalance. So as you can see in this position, I am doing a back flag. It is usually applied, but it is not limited to the following conditions. So first is that your foothold is quite high, but again, it's not limited to this. You can use a back flag even if your foothold is a bit lower. And also, it is usually applied when the tension is on the hand and foot of the same side and you are going to match a hold. Now, this is my personal advice because I love doing the back flag before I match slopers. So in this video, my next move is to match this sloper. There, okay. So let's check this other back flag video. So this time, my tension is on my left hand and my left foot. And I use the back flag for a counterbalance. And then my next hold is to reach for this next hold using my right hand. Okay, so next we will discuss the inside flag. For me, the inside flag is rarely used. Since the inside flag is a type of reverse flag, it also uses the initial conditions as the back flag. So for your initial position, the tension is on the same side. So in this case, the tension is on my right hand and my right leg. So as I mentioned earlier, your flagging leg for the inside flag is placed in front of your leg of support. But these are some of the conditions when you use the inside flag. First, you have a hard time switching your feet. And next, you need to place your hips closer to the wall or you are aiming for a higher hold with precision. Okay? So in this case, I am aiming for this hold using my left hand. Okay? So there, I reached it with my left hand. But yeah, just a personal opinion, I rarely see people do the inside flag. So if you have any thoughts about the flagging techniques which I mentioned, maybe it would be nice if you leave your comments below. I hope that you learned something in this episode regarding flagging. And I hope ma-apply nyo na siya kasi nagbukas na yung mga gyms. So guys, yun. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. See you in my next videos. Marami pong salamat.